Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I am your host, Rich, and I am joined by Ravage. Twitter handle's on the bottom. Finally remembered to mention that. Ravage, we just saw a little bit of a connection issue. It looks like the players have resolved it. Looks like Drelo DC'd and got killed by a turret, and I guess that allows them to remake it. Not really sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure on the rules there either, but we are back in lobby here now. Gonna see the same team comps coming out again. TV on that at Willix. Look for that to be the real story here. Willix able to roam exceptionally fast, Bastet quick in her own right, but watch for her to be more cautious of that after you. Willix hits level 5, but she can easily get pulled, and with that attack everything, I guess, steroid that Willix has. Right. Just look for her to absolutely destroy.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see just how much this Willix can do. In a good position to show off what this god is really good at. So I'm looking forward to see that. Really want to see the Bastet get just kind of shut down. But I'm confident that both teams are going to perform very well. I mean, even in the last match, we did see XGN pull out a win against Juice. But Juice looked good. They still looked really good. They had a few opportunities where I thought they may come back into the game. But XGN just was able to keep the pressure on. So not writing off Juice yet. And I think right now, I think they got fire in their eyes. I think they are definitely out for this win. I think they're a little bit pissed off, too, about the remake, too. So we might kind of see them step it up a notch here and really kind of show what they're made of.
Okay, you just want to read me a timestamp, what you're at?
My timestamp right now is 33 seconds until the game starts.
Okay, perfect. I'm at 28. Is that about right?
Yep, perfect. Yeah, we did it. We masters. We are masters of Spectator.
Or actually, hold on, maybe I fooled up.
19? 18?
Oh, no.
I don't
We're
know.
not masters.
I mean,
right,
the sync thing just broke for you, right? Isn't that what's kind of going on here?
Yep. I'm at 9, 8, 7, 6.
I'm a little bit ahead of you now. The game just started for me.
Okay, yep. Okay, I'm at 1, 2.
I'm 2 seconds ahead of you. You can jump like 2 seconds. Pretty basic starts here. We are going to see the teams break up into 2 groups, spread out throughout the jungle, take all the buffs that they need, and we're going to see Purified get right into lane with his red buff right now and not going to miss a single bit of XP. And you know what? We are going to see the same thing from Giannis. It looks like they're both going to get here and get full XP from these waves. And slowly but surely, we are going to see the ADC move over with his support for both teams, trying to get into lane, and it looks like they're going to get all the XP too. Both teams being super efficient right now because they know they need to be.
Yeah, we're going to see that lane cleared nice and early there by Transonics and Gilly. That early push from the Hui Capri is going to be key. We're not going to see too much of a fight here over mid camps, actually. We're just going to see Purified and TV trade off. They're going to push the wave here and try and deny XP that way. They may be a little bit too late, and they may set themselves up for a fight here on the lefts as well as the rights, and that could put them severely behind.
Yeah, I was surprised that they went for the wave first before actually taking the other mid Harpies camp, since they just let the other one up. And I guess in a fight right now, I don't know, in a fight right now, I think TV and Purified probably could have had a pretty solid shot. I'm surprised they didn't engage at all there. But right now, going to move over to the duo lane, see what they are up to. We did see a little bit of action in the duo lane before the remake actually did happen, and Transonics and Gilly both looked really strong. We saw one abduct go off, and that let Transonics put in a solid amount of damage, but no first blood was drawn. Right now, though, we are going to see just what this comp can do. 2 incredible comps. These are 2 super comps. Right now, we're going to see the Abduct, though, go off, and we are just going to see how much damage Transonics can lay into Medusa. Is it going to be enough? The Dot's going to go on, too, but it looks like Medusa's going to slither away just in the nick of time, but Freddy and Medusa both very low right now, and we are going to see Gilly and Transonics just looking very healthy.
Yeah, they're able to get out of that pretty easy. Full health there. Transonics and Gilly, they're laughing after that one. Bronk's taking a lot of damage there. On his escape, he actually managed to grab a hold of Transonics, which actually was to his detriment. Freddy, however, oh my god, Gilly with a big miss there on the grab on top of Freddy.
What a miss. And he's going to miss on that, too. He does hit the minions, at least, getting a little bit of clear. He wants to get an abduct. We see the Sunflare go down, but no real hits there. Gilly just kind of missed his entire kit.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I mean, Kepri's not exceptionally easy to hit those abilities on. I will be completely honest, but he does have a big frame. So with that being said, he is awesome for body blocking. We're going to see the grab is going to hit that time with the root. And look at Transonics putting a ton of damage there on Freddy. Freddy going to be able to dash on out of that one. Look at mid lane, however. as we see Trent TV and Purified were the first to hit level 5 over there and look for any form of a knockup. If TV can find a knockup, it could be first blood.
Yeah, we do have the kitties too. They could be coming out very soon. We are seeing Bastet at level 5, and they are not to be taken lightly. I'm going to jump back over to the duo lane, though. It does look like we are going to see a little bit of damage come out onto Medusa once again, and the Abduct is up. I really could see him trying to grab someone right now.
Gilly and Transonics are actually doing an awesome job of zoning Bronx off the XP. We're going to see the dash. They're not able to hit Bronx. We see TV making the move in. He looked for the knockup. He's going to taunt under tower. Acid Spray going to hit as well. TV taking a ton of damage. Kraken going to go up on Bronx, and that is first blood right there.
What a beautiful Kraken. What a beautiful rotation right off the bat. Juice is showing why they are respected as such a good team in the Xbox community. They don't want to see another loss to XGN.
No, that's for sure. I was wondering what TV was up to there, and then I seen just Poseidon just walk in as TV was taking those tower hits. That was a setup to get the Kraken positioned as Medusa dash on over to the side of the tower there, putting herself into an awkward position. An excellent room there for the Kraken to be able to hit.
Transonics looking so good with those ricochet shots right now, too. I know this isn't a god that he does play too much. Not really the style that Transonics tends to go for, but he's definitely looking good. Right now, we're going to see Gilly take full advantage of this XP in the mid lane, and everybody else is starting to fill back into a position. Oh, they're going to take his mid Harpy.
Oh, I dropped my controller.
That's why I got to use the keyboard, man. I don't get why you spectate on this.
Butterfingers. All right, we're gonna see Purified and Gilly pushing this lane up with TV there. We're gonna see support making a move early for the early rotation to mid lane, likely to help secure those camps, which they were able to do. The interesting story, however, is Dust is actually manning Drelo here in the solo lane, so that's really interesting to note. Had Chang'e down to absolutely no health and no mana for the majority of the laning phase there with her push right into tower.
Yeah, but we are also seeing Chang'e is managing to get out a solid amount of player damage, so maybe some saving grace there. We are actually seeing right now Chang'e leading on that board with about 1395 damage on players.
The interesting thing about Chang'e is that it's consistent damage she's able to lay down through the wave as she's trying to clear wave. She's hitting Jing Chen. The thing is that Jing Chen is healing up with the HP 5. So it's actually negated by that, even though she's top on player damage at 1395 at this point.
Not necessarily effective. Yeah, it's player damage that almost isn't doing anything, and we're going to see right now Jing Chen like continuing to just kind of be a bully here. He gets hit by Chang'e, and like you said, that HP 5 does just heal him back up. Chang'e though is clearing these waves pretty effectively, but is pressed up against the tower. But while we are looking at that lane, we actually do miss Bastet getting the kill out on Purify.
Yeah, we're seeing look at Mace to the face here. He right now he's built into those. He's tier 2 boots compared with Purified's tier 3. So he was able to get back and get that first buy, but they're able to pick up that kill, which is a big one. They're going to even it out here now, and at least that's going to push him out of mid lane, so maybe Mace can catch up here, get his item build online. Look at the big rotation on Chang'e coming out here. Gilly with the rotation. There's the grab on Bobby Basketball.
What a beautiful abduction, but it's going to actually miss the dot, and Chang'e is going to manage to get a stun off, try to disengage here, but I don't think she has enough in her kit to actually be able to get away, or does she? And we're going to see right now, everybody moving in. Mace to the face has managed to rotate, but the ult does come out from Jing Chen, and he ends up shooting out that spirit, getting him down. We're seeing the portal come through too, but Dust just gets 2 kills there, and he makes it look really easy. It's going to be 3-1. Juice looking really strong right now.
Yeah, Juice able to pick up those 2 kills there. TV almost found himself in a real bad predicament there. Obviously some communication with the Khepri ult as he moved in for that really aggressive feather step on the Athena, which I was questioning at first, but he was able to get the knockup after the feather step, compound that with the ultimate, and he's able to put down a lot of damage before Khepri even had to shed that ult.
Yeah, we're seeing right now 200 KDA for the Jing Chen, starting to get pretty big, level 9, and it looks like going to keep putting up a solid fight against the Chang'e, who is also at level 9 right now.
There we go. We're going to see Kraken coming down here in the middle lane. We're going to see Freddy Q picked up there, as well as the mid camps, which is the real goal for Purified. The kill was a bonus. Great Kraken there by him, just to put that right on the corner on the turn there on mid Harpies on the opponent's side.
Yeah, it's the second
easy
kill
Kraken.
Yeah, it's the second kill he picks up from that Kraken. It's already looking really strong.
Yeah, Purified really good at aiming those abilities on the mid laners. We've seen that so well. He can aim a little monster to near perfection. So thinking that he can't aim a Kraken would be a serious misstep on the same of XGN.
Yeah, right now though, we are seeing Juice come out with the kill lead. If they can keep this up, it will definitely be a match that they can take. Looking right now, XP difference already about 2,000 and the gold difference already being 1,600. But XGN definitely not out of this match yet. How do you think their team does stack up later? Are we going to see an invade right now? They're going to try to get TV. Looks like TV's going to make a light work out of that disengagement, not even breaking a sweat. But they might look right now to Xingchen. They're all already there. Yeah, Dust is going to start taking a little bit of damage. He's going to try to fight them off. Here comes the throw right into the tower. If he gets a solid body block off here, he's not going to be able to, but TV does rotate in, trying to keep the damage alive on Freddy. And Chang'e just absolutely slapping TV and Dust.
Yeah, TV taking a lot of damage early game as a Willix, and that's just the way that goes. So Willix deals out a lot of damage in the same breath. So I'm not sure if the blue buff was actually secured there by XGN or not. We're going to see through space and time, just barely going to miss TV there on Suku. Here we see Dust back in lane here with the teleport. He's put a lot of damage here on Freddy. Not going to have enough lockdown to really secure that kill, however, as Giliera makes his way to lane. 4 men in and around the soul lane.
Yeah, Gilly with a nice shot there, but it doesn't quite connect. We are going to see all of XGN try to disengage here. Definitely don't want to get hit by that.
Transonic's having a lot of trouble here with Bronx, as we see Gilly making his way out of the lane. The support's both roaming the rest of the map right now. We're going to see the invade on the blue buff, and this is exactly what Juice has to do here, but Bobby Basketball just making his way to the edge of that circle, looking for something, but he's going to get the pull. No follow-up, however, on the side of Juice. Bobby taking about half health in damage, as he is now down low on his mana. Kraken going to go down as well on Freddy Q, and Juice TV going to pick up that kill. That is huge right there.
That was another kill off the Kraken, you said, too.
Yeah, Kraken compounded with the Willix jump. That was a big one. Going to see a game pause come out here. Maybe another disconnect.
Potentially, but if it's not a disconnect, we are seeing a very, very strong Juice right now. And I definitely don't think they're going to be able to remake the lobby. If there's a disconnect at this point, they're just going to have to try to get the player back in. I'm surprised they got the first.
Yeah, I looked into the rules. Well, we were talking about it after. I tabbed out just looking. Apparently, it's 3 minutes. If it's the game crashed by 3 minutes, you can remake lobby once. Yeah, so that's out of the picture.
That makes sense. Yeah, that's pretty fair. Yeah, but looking right now, we are seeing very good performance from Juice. What do you think is doing it for him? What do you think has been pushing them over the edge in these little engagements early on?
The big thing so far is we have 2 aggressive team comps. We have a Bastet in the jungle and a Willix in the jungle, and both these picks are super aggressive. You're also seeing Xingchen, who gets very aggressive in the soul lane, and then Chang'e with the great counter engage. He has the ability to bait an entire team into a fight with that ultimate and the ability to jump away and just close the gap. She also gains speed on some of her abilities as well, so just her ability to kite people is huge. So she's kiting people into her team. So on these counter engages, we're seeing the initial engage, then we're seeing the big counter engage afterwards.
Yeah, so I really think part of it is that. Also, looking right now at XGN's comp, what do you think of it? Do you think it is strong enough to kind of come back right now? Do you think as the late game does start to progress, they'll be able to really kind of emerge victorious and pull this off?
I think this is more of a team fight game we're looking at right now than anything. Poseidon really comes on hard in the late game with those Krakens. In the late game, they get very strong. You compound that with the Huyi ultimate mixed in there, and Xingchen, and Willix still does a lot of damage going into late game. So you compound that all together. We have 2 teams that are evenly matched throughout the entirety of the game, as far as I can see. Chang'e obviously getting stronger as the game goes on, and the sustain maybe on the Chang'e's kit could prove to be an asset to XGN if they use it correctly. So look for those factors really play in here. We see Juice with an excellent just team fight comp, just straight up, but look for the poke to come out on the side of XGN as the game goes on. That's going to be more their strategy with the Chang'e, the Giannis, and the ability to heal up. Yeah,
so the game is underway once again. The pause has ended, but yeah, no, you also see from these teams, Dust trying to dive this tower right now, and it's going to be enough. Down goes Chang'e, and we're going to see a little bit of initiation. Here come the Cats right onto Dust, trying to return the kill. Is it going to be enough? It is. Homie is going to pick up the kill. That's going to be 6-2 on the scoreboard, 10 minutes and 30 seconds into this match.
TV says, see you later, bro. I'm out of here as he makes his rotation to the mid camps. Knew there was not a whole lot he could do for him. Yeah, so those cats just going to shoot through dust. And with the lockdown from the Athena, really hard to get away from.
Yeah, we're starting to see how much global pressure, too, that XGN can really put on. You do have, okay, we're going to see a bit of damage come in here on Gilly, and he's in a bad position. He's going to abduct him, but he's just going to hold on to him, hoping he can stay alive, but he is going to fall down with that god in his arms.
Khepri had his ultimate there, but obviously that was a call by the caller. They said not to use that one, just for the fact of the matter that I guess they were looking for that for another team fight, and likely if he had used Khepri ult, he wouldn't have escaped anyway. There wouldn't have been any follow-up from his team to really aid his escape out of that bad situation.
Transonics was in a bit of trouble hit there, but he was able to use his kit to quickly dodge some of those hits that were coming in from the rotation there. Was that a little bit of a taunt from him too? Yeah, he's pretty confident right now. He's feeling good. Transonics, definitely the player who starts to feel himself the most, and he's such a confident guy.
Yeah, and I mean, that confidence, however, can be a detriment to you. He is getting 1v1 fairly convincingly by Medusa in lane, so before he starts taunting, you may want to fix that.
Yeah, may want to grip the thumbsticks a little bit tighter. But yeah, no, we're seeing a solid global pressure from XGN, which does make me think that they will be able to turn some of these team fights around. You have Giannis who's going to make it to the team fights, and you have Bastet who's going to make it there as well. So if you get a good setup, you get that stun off, you get the petrify, get a taunt from Athena too. And then you just have someone else dive in.
Here we go on the
finish it
soul
off.
lane. Look at this. We see the Elixir all come down on top of Bobby Basketball. Basketball going to try with the dodge here. Jing Chen going to pop his beads to get out of the Chunga ultimate feather step on Bobby now. And look at the slam down from Dust. Dust going to pick up the kill on Bobby once again. Dr. Drelo, the victim of the big man Jing Chen, as Gold Fury is started up on the side of XGN. Here we go. Snare on top of Mace.
Oh, wow, the damage is coming in around the Gold Fury right now. It doesn't look like anyone's going to pick up blood off the initial strike, but they are going to see a re-engagement. Juice charging forward right now. Homie's going to take a little bit of damage from that dot, but they are going to set their eyes onto Freddy Q, and the damage is pouring in. He gets abducted, and Transonics finishes him off while he's still in the pincers.
Yeah, and that's another good turn for Juice. Juice able to make the best out of that bad situation. They picked up the kill in the solo lane as well as getting the rotation over to Gold Fury. That was a big win for him. Look for the snare here. Double snare. Going to get the pull on Mace to face. Kraken going to go up there, and that's going to secure that kill. Bastet going to have to hop on out of there as Khepri gets him poked down as well.
This Kraken is killing everyone right now. This Kraken is absolutely ruthless, and it has been perfectly placed every time it was called for. Purified looking so strong right now.
Yeah, release the Kraken. I've heard that so many times right now, just blaring through my speakers, and it has been met with imminent death. I'm at the point right now where I'm afraid Pavlov's going to set in, and every time I hear release the Kraken, I'm going to fear death.
Right now, moving back over to the solo lane again. We're seeing Dust get really aggressive here. He's starting to feel himself, and he's starting to see just how he can maneuver this Chang'e.
Yeah, Dust is doing a real good job of just dealing with Chunga's mobility, which is usually the real struggle when you're laning against her, as well as just her poke, her kit. She's like 1, 3, jump away with her 2, dodge your abilities, you regain mana, and with that ultimate as well. Chunga is not a force to be reckoned with. It is a force to be reckoned with, I should say. And you see how she can just move up on top of those waves. Yeah,
right now we are definitely seeing this is two very intelligent teams picking comps that are just going to be playing with each other the entire night. It was pick, counter pick, pick, counter pick, pick, counter pick, and it's looking like it's paying off for both teams right now. Someone just kind of needs to figure out a way to kind of push on through and get the advantage here, and that's going to be through team rotations. And it looks like TV is going to like try to open up here, looking to get another kill on Chang'e, and the damage is definitely coming through. The ultimate's coming out right into the wall. There comes the stun, going to get yanked on down by TV, but the damage isn't going to be enough. Chang'e is going to manage to get away, and we are going to see Freddy Q move on in to try to aid his teammate in this fight, and there comes Mace to the face. And the whole cavalry is here right now. Bastet's going to try to rip some damage in, and we're going to see TV fall.
Yeah, TV got a little bit aggressive there. The real story of that engagement was Freddy Q getting in there with the taunt as TV was lining up his knockup. We will see Gold Fury started up here now as Medusa makes her move in, and look for her to put out the Stone Gaze, but Kraken is used to secure that, and Purified is in a lot of trouble right now as Medusa makes the move in. There's Whirlpool going to be dropped, but Hui ultimate going to come out as well. Bronx so low right now, and Transonic's going to have to be careful here as well as he looks to get the stun off there on Mace. as he is zoned out with the portal.
A really good ult there from Transonics, but the pressure is not done yet, and it looks like Transonics may fall down. He should have gone back. He is going to be able to use that jump to kind of get out of the way. Yeah, it looks like he's going to be safe. Was it worth losing Poseidon there for the Gold Fury? Was it worth the ultimate and the death?
Definitely worth it. 15 minutes into the game, that Gold Fury is worth a hell of a lot of juice right there. Let's see what I did there.
Yeah,
they're up to 2,900 XP as well as 2,800 in the gold difference, which really solidifies their lead in this game. Not only do they have kills on the board right now, they have they've taken a global objective. They have an XP and gold advantage as well. So look for that to be compounded and juice to start pushing up here. It's not a huge thing. It's not an item per character or anything like that. But the big story right now is Transonics in the duel lane. He picked up a kill in that extended engagement on the first Gold Fury initiation. And he's now ahead gold on Medusa. And that's exactly what you want to see.
I'm going to say this, though, right now. Best case scenario, Juice is looking at a split here, which is definitely not the position they wanted to be coming into this match. How do they even feel with the split?
Juice will feel good with this split. I mean, this is a real good team, the Denial team. The thing you need to factor in here is that XGN has a loss against Onslaught that they can't get off the record. And if all the top teams
holy cow, look at this ultimate coming on through. He's put so much damage in on the Medusa. He's going to re-engage with his jump here. He's just trying to hit an auto right now, but we're going to see Freddy Q come to the aid right now. Try to get this taunt off. Is he going to get hit by the Petrify? It looks like we are going to see quite a bit of damage, and we are going to see Mace to the Face rotate in. If he can get a hit off here, we're going to see Transonics go down. Yeah, Mace to the Face is going to get that kill. What a beautiful rotation. That is the global pressure that we need to see from a god like that. And Juice TV is going to try to open up on Medusa right now, and he's going to go down.
Poseidon going to come in with the Whirlpool. That is a big pick there. We're going to see the trade-off, the kills and the carries.
Looking absolutely phenomenal on that rotation there. Definitely turned that to their favor. And we're going to see right now, looks like Gilly's going to try to get aggressive here.
Yeah, here we go. Gilly going to get the snare down, but the taunt is going to be real. He's going to pull Freddy out of there. There's the Kraken. It's going to be misaimed. Their Cat's going to go down as well, but Willock's going to get the pull on top of Bastet as she tries to escape. TV going to knock those Cats up to try and get him off Gilly for a few moments as Homie continues to chase.
Yeah, that was a nice attempt to, yep, we're going to see Gilly go down. He tried to get that, the Kraken, get the abduction right into it, but it did not pull off, and it looks like they're going to continue to try to chase Poseidon as far as they can until they just kind of realize he is home free, and he's going to pick up the back XP camp on his way. Looks like we might actually see a Wheelish in a little bit of danger here, but a guy that's so good at disengaging, TV's going to run off with his life. He also has the speed buff, and he's going to pick up the back XP camp as well. They need to stay effective on their farm if they want to keep this lead right now, and the lead is not an insurmountable lead at all. It would not be hard for XGN to take it away.
Now we're seeing Bronx just step up on Transonics here now. Bronx getting a little bit more confidence after that kill. And the big thing to note there, TV went and pushed that lane out. It was confident escape. Actually expended an ult on Giannis getting away. So that was worth it. He was there in the danger zone, but he was able to come out of that looking pretty good. He melted a full wave against the enemy and, you know, hoping to maintain the XP lead.
I almost think Transonics has been coming out a little bit too aggressive here, feeling himself a little bit too much. He should have waited for a little bit of a safer time to try to push in that kill. I kind of think that was an overcommit, and that's the reason he went down there. That rotation, you know there's a Giannis there. And that Giannis, the Mace to the Face was the reason he got finished off. We are going to see Gilly and TV move on over right now. We are going to see an abduction actually whiff here. But that, we're going to get the dot up.
Story Jing Chen over in the Soul Link, going to get hit with the Chang'e ult. The one going to hit as well. Homie chasing down Dust right now, but he's going to escape just barely. He was in a bad situation.
Yeah, he got that double roll off, and he did manage to get away. Moving over to the mid lane, though, we're going to see Poseidon skillfully kind of dodge the poke, but miss the Kraken.
Yeah, it's the second miss on the Kraken there. It's unfortunate. I mean, Purified really needs to get his game on with that there. He was so effective in the early game. Needs to make sure that the Khepri and the Poseidon are communicating correctly here, making sure that Khepri's not pulling people out of the Kraken.
Yeah, and I'm not even sure that's just comms. You can't necessarily blame it on Purified because that takes two players to pull off a combo like that. But right now, yeah, we've seen 2 whiffs on the Kraken and 3 pretty devastating blows from it.
Yeah, Kraken has really been the story of the early game at least, and you know, it kind of skills off here going into mid, but just look at the, oh, here we see Tana and Purified. There's going to be the snare on top of Homie. Purified in a bit of trouble here now and he's just barely going to escape with his life. Dust making the rotation as well as TV right now. Ultimate is going to hit TV from Drelo, as we see the 4-man from XGN putting a lot of pressure here, as we see Dust looking to set something up here, but he's going to get taunted out as well.
Yeah, Dust really in the front line here, going toe-to-toe with 4 members of the XGN lineup, and he's just such a tanky god. He's able to take it, but Khepri and Transonics a little bit low right now, and we're going to see right now XGN's going to try to move in and get a kill or two here. The Kraken is going to go out. Nobody goes down from it, though. Dust still low, and we're going to see Chang'e try to lay some damage in. The creep wave is also coming to help.
Transonic saved with the Khepri ult there on the back line as the bleed took him out. Dust taking a lot of damage here. He is likely to go down as he's taking a ton of archer damage. Barely any of that was player damage in that engagement. We're going to see the Stone Gaze go down. Bobby almost going to pick up TV as well.
I'm not quite sure what Dust was trying to do there. Was he trying to peel off someone else? It seemed a little bit crazy to stay so far up for so long.
He was waiting on his ult. You just see that tick back up there after he died. He was waiting for an ult set up to get the 4-man into the tower.
I think that was a little greedy because I think they're going to lose the tower because of it. He just left the solo lane wide open. We're going to probably see Bobby get just a really simple clear here and just move up and sneeze on that tower and watch it fall.
Yeah, and that's going to be first tower down. That's going to catch XGN up here. They're going to be able to narrow that gold lead back to an acceptable level where they're going to be able to catch up with Juice.
Yeah, Bobby is going to go back. He's just going to let the creeps take it down, and it does fall.
Yeah, so you just look at the gold charts right now. Only 1,000 gold difference, a little bit less than that actually, between Juice and XGN right now. XGN actually taking the XP difference, but at 1,500 margin. So see if we see this trend continue, it's slowly going to bleed out of favor here from Juice. They really need to solidify their game here. They need to make sure they're syncing up their ultimates and not making these aggressive plays. They're no longer ahead like they were earlier.
Yeah, right now it's pretty much dead even. They're only leading by 2 kills right now, and we're just starting to see XGN really perform even better than they were earlier in the match, and they've been looking good all day. Right now, we are seeing Ho Yi get a little bit ganged up on. He's going to have to move away. Then we're going to move on over to Purified. It looks like he's kind of close to this potential rotation. Khepri is going to move on in right now, see if he can get a little bit aggressive because they are wailing on this Gold Fury right now. It is under 50% for members of the XGN team there. The abduction's going to go off on Gilly. It looks like we're going to see this Gold Fury reset. Oh, nope, it's going to come back out. It's at 37%. This is anyone's Gold Fury, though, right now. We have 4 members from each team there. Now it's going to be 5 for Juice. Here come the... Oh, wow. Here come all the spells. We are just seeing ability after ability wailing in, but neither team is able to secure a kill. We are going to see Medusa in a little bit of a bad situation here, taking quite a lot of damage, but going to pop the B and slither right out, gets the disengage, and Freddy Q finds the kill on TV.
That was a good crack and a little bit late in the engagement there. Mesa Face going to pick up Transonics as well. Dust in a lot of trouble here. XGN just running a train on Juice right now as they pick up 3 kills in that engagement. That was not the way Juice wanted that to go, as well as Gold Fury here now. XGN's going to solidify the lead. Yeah,
they're definitely going to pull ahead right now. And actually, we saw a little bit of a whiff there from Transonics, too. None of those suns connected on anyone that I saw, which could have potentially turned that around for them. We are going to see, though, Poseidon is still up, but he's going to get taken down by Mace to the face. They want this right now. Khepri is the only god remaining that can contest this Gold Fury, and it is already down, and I would not be surprised if they turn their eyes to Khepri to take him down, or they're going to just try to get this tower. Khepri's going to try to get a hit off on Homie right now, being the weakest god, but Bastet dodges it with ease, and now all 4 members of the team in the mid lane are going to look to Khepri. He gets off the abduct and once again dies with a god in his arms.
Yeah, I don't know what Juice is up to here. They're just going in 1 man at a time into the meat grinder. Purify was sitting on top of a ward there at the mid Harpies camp, still in between 2 that were just barely catching him as he rotated back and forth there. After Homie made the rotation in with 5 mana on the Gold Fury, he shouldn't have stuck around there. He was so low on health. He was looking for the steal, but sometimes you have to think, is it worth my life? I could just push the mid wave up and got a little bit of experience, waited for my team to get back up, and just chalked it up to a wash.
Yeah, Juice starting to line up for the slaughter, and the graphs are starting to show it. We are going to see an XP difference of 8k in favor of the XGN squad and a gold lead of 3.5k. This is the point in the game where we are going to see XGN start to pull ahead, and right now we are going to see a bit of a boxing match, and Transonics looking to pick up this kill on Medusa, but he might not be able to have enough. The rotation is going to come in on him. This might be a little bit dangerous for him. He might have overcommitted too much. He does get the jump off, but he's still taking damage. Jan is going to slow him down, and Mace is just going to finish off Transonics, making it look easy. They're going to put pressure on a global objective right now. They may go for this tower.
Yeah,
Last
look for
tier
the
one
rotation
up.
to come out here on Bobby, as we could see a tier 2 go down here in the dual lane if they're not careful. Here we go. We see the pull on top of Bobby. He's going to be knocked up. There's the Kraken, and just barely surviving as Bobby, as Dust continues to chase down. As we see the tier 2 go down to dual lane. A little bit of a misstep here by Dust. It's hard to really lock down a Chonga at level 20.
That's going to be the kill. Wow, Ravage, what do you do right now as
You
Juice?
cry because XGN just got your Phoenix.
This is really bad. They tried to secure that kill. They put so much in it, and while they were doing that, the Phoenix goes down.
Yeah, that's that's a bad move by Juice there.
They spent so much trying to chase him down.
The most valuable lane on the map too. You're looking at the dual lane. You just gave up 2 towers and a Phoenix just for 1 kill. I mean, it's not worth it.
Look at how healthy the tier 1 tower is for XGN in that duo lane as well.
Yeah, it's not going to be going down anytime soon, and I wouldn't look at that as the lane that Juice will put any pressure on.
I mean, you're seeing the red dots move down the map right now, and that is the power of fire. It is going to be absolutely terrifying for Juice to handle.
Juice will never be able to push that lane. There'll be in constant fear of Fire Giant being taken on the side of XGN.
Yeah, it is really going to be an uphill battle now for Juice. They got themselves in a bad situation. Do you have any idea why we saw Dust so determined to chase there for so long?
I'm not exactly sure what was going through the heads of Juice. Maybe they didn't think the push pressure was there on the side of XGN, but I mean, they do have a lot of ability to push the lane. I mean, they have Bastet, who's just known as a split pusher. Bastet right now has her pen online, has rank 1 in the heavy hammer. And you see that compounded with the Medusa, and there's a lot of ability just to get in there and get those towers.
Yeah, I mean, they put so much into that. Khepri ended up getting the abduct. That was what actually could lock down Chang'e, but 1 kill, not worth a Phoenix.
Yeah, Transonic needs to be careful in these boxing matches, especially when you're dealing with a god like Giannis with that global pressure. Medusa's baiting him into these engagements, and it's happened twice now where she's been baited in, and he's been led into these fights where he's just committing hard into them, and his kit's down, his escape, as he used it for the initiate, and Giannis is already rotating.
Yeah, and I mean, like you said, that could be his confidence being his own downfall. And looking at this match right now, I am definitely favoring XGN, which makes me worry for the Juice squad because they're about to go up against Epsilon, a team they've already lost to in a very high-stakes match. How are they going to keep their composure, come back, pull together, be the squad that we know they can be, and win that match after something like this happens? I'm sure they're shocked right now.
Yeah, a different bit of a roster on Epsilon 2 this time, so it'll be interesting to see how Juice can really win against that. I mean, I'd say look for the new one to come out. Kraken going to be missed there as well, but that was just to create some space between the enemy team and the tower. Look at Transonics on the back here as he looks to pop a Hui ultimate that might be opportune for his team, and it's going to happen here now as the big dive starts. Here we're going to see Giliera go down. The tidal wave going to come out from Purified as we see Bobby taking the portal back to get that one off to secure that kill. And here we go, Jing Chan ult into Phoenix. But is it going to be able to do anything? Homie going to pick up the kill on TV as well. Transonic still back in the tier 1 tower looking to box Medusa while his team fights at the Phoenix. Just look at Dust taking all that punishment there as well. Look at just look Bobby and pick up that kill as well.
This is GG. This is 100% GG. We're going to see Transonics go down, yep.
Yeah, it's a surrender vote. That's going to be 2-0 for XGN right there. Bad game by Juice. They're going to have to come out swinging a little bit heavier in the next game.
They definitely looked really strong early on, and then they lost it. XGN really just started to punish simple mistakes and came out and won this match. Wow, they 2-0'd. XGN just 2-0'd. They've been on PC for what, 2 weeks? Or sorry, they've been on Xbox for 2 weeks now?
Yeah, for 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
It's the knowledge that matters. It's pick spans. It's knowing when you need to go for objectives. It's knowing which mistakes you need to punish, and they are shining in those categories right now.
Yeah, it's been they absolutely dominated that game. There's no doubt about it into the mid game. They were getting outplayed fairly severely in the early game, but they were just able to rebound quite convincingly with their rotations, and they out-rotated Juice severely, especially when you look at the soul lane and the dual lane rotations that they had. Even when Bobby was, or Dr. Elo was, or Drelo, whatever you want to call him, was leading 3 members of Juice in the enemy jungle, that almost turned against them, but they were able to just barely pull that in their favor.
Yeah, I mean, now Juice is in a pretty pretty awkward situation. They're going to be going into the second match of the night in just a minute here, but XGN has to be feeling very confident. They are coming out as a force now. They are moving up in the division standings every time they have a match. They have just been on an upwards climb since they have absorbed the old Denial PC squad, and right now I'm really confident they're going to be in the top 6, and we're going to see them at Ohio.
Yeah, I wouldn't put that past them at all. They only have 1 loss on the board to Onslaught. They have 2 wins under their belt and now a tie. So they're looking really good. The only team that's looking better than them is probably Eager.
Yeah, Eager with a clean 4-0. We are going to see some matches from them coming up next week. But right now we're going to hop into a quick commercial break. Then we're going to see if Juice can pull it together and take down Epsilon, a squad that they had lost to in NOLA. But we will see that when we return. We'll be right back.